just crazy with stuff. It literally cut our cameras off. Um, we could point them at. We found a door that was kind of hidden in the back of a closet, and it was actually a room that was made for hats and that type of thing. It was just extra storage space. But when we opened up the door, our camera cut off. We closed the door, and the camera would come back on. And I thought this was crazy, And they called me up there, and I was like, yeah, something's wrong with the camera. So we pointed the camera away from the room. I said, watch, see if the camera don't cut off here in a few seconds. They opened up the door, the camera stayed running. Okay, because I thought maybe the battery was heating up or the camera was heating up and it was shutting down that way, and just when it cooled off a little bit, it'd come back up. No, every time we pointed it towards the closet and opened up the door, the camera shut off. Like wow. Whatever it was, didn't want to be videoed. And I still have that footage today, and it's every now and then I'll watch it and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me, yep. Whatever it was, just didn't want to be videoed. But yeah, that was a great investigation, but it kind of got touch and go. And when we found out what they had in the house, and of course, when you have like 8 people's remains that you don't even know, you bought it because it's an antique urn. Yeah. There might be something to that.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like what the old saying, if you're an asshole in life, you're going to be an asshole in death, right? So,
yeah, that's my favorite saying. I used to say, and I used to crack people up when I said that.
Yeah, and it's true. So these people, but they have learned, and they told me the other day though that they just bought another $10,000 worth of antiques, and they literally have 2 antique caskets in their house.
That's smart.
Yeah. I told them, I said, okay, at least y'all have a place to sleep, right? And
did they not have enough with the last?
I guess not.
Buy some more stuff to cause more
trouble. I just handed them my card again, and I said, y'all, so you don't forget the number.
Yeah. Put it on speed dial.
That's right. He just kind of looked at me kind of funny. Yeah.
Wow.
On that note, you should have wrote Clara's number on the back of it and said, this needs to be the one you need to contact to find out what's going on.
Hell no. Hell no.
Right. Well, now, all joking aside, though, during that investigation, one of our new people, he got attached to some, or I say he got attached to something. He allowed something on him because he was one of the ones that was running around. And I watched him on camera. He was trying to chastise. And, when I interview someone about being on our team and they say, well, we watch Ghost Adventures, they're almost guaranteed not to be on the team. Because I don't want.
Yeah, that should be a question on everybody's application.
It needs to be on your application.
Right. Do you watch Ghost Adventures? Sorry, you're not. Exactly. You're not invited. But anyway, we ended up having to. We took him back to the house for the cleansing, and he didn't even realize that I knew. So when we got him in the middle of the room, I made him step. He was my camera guy. I made him step forward, and we started praying over him in the room. And then once I knew what was going on, and I could tell by looking at him, he was really starting to get angry and that type of thing. And then I immediately made him go outside. And when he went outside, he broke that circle. We saged him and said prayers and made him stay outside. And so, we basically took whatever it was on him out. And when we salted the doors and the windows and that type of thing, we locked it out. So he stayed out the whole time we were there, and everything was quiet. We did our cleansing, and we went all through the house, four corners of the property, so on and so forth, and nothing happened.
Yep.
We had no kickback whatsoever. And thank God we got it off of him too. But he goes and does crazy stuff and gets something back on him. But thank God he's not part of the team anymore. And he was a great guy. And I'm trying not to talk about him, but he just made some stupid mistakes and things I tried to tell him, don't do. This is real, and this is not just a kid show. And and a lot of people fall into that. And I'm sorry that they do, but they do. And then we're left to do the cleanup.
Yeah.
And I just applaud you guys in the work that y'all do. When I first started, I'd been in the paranormal a long time, but when I first started this group, along with my wife and Miss Shawana Coleman and Chris Wood, our founders, and then I met you guys. It was like, this is, I don't need to let this go. I need to be able to learn from this, because you guys are just full of energy and full of information. And I'm like, I know what I've been through, but it's totally different. It may have projected me into the paranormal, but it didn't teach me about the paranormal.
Right.
I'm learning a lot of stuff from you guys, and I do appreciate you guys, letting us in and kind of letting us learn from y'all.
Well, you also have to understand we're still learning.
Oh, sure.
We learn from you guys. I mean, it's one of those things. It will be a continual learning experience forever.
I agree.
And also with all these new gadgets coming out and all this, I mean, the paranormal field is continuously changing.
Yeah, it's ever evolving.
Oh yeah, and there's more stuff coming. I mean, I've doing a lot of reading and stuff, and there's people that's out there, just their job. They've made it their job to design and create to further the field of paranormal investigations.
Yeah.
And a lot of them, they don't even make any money at it. They're just doing it because of the cause. And I applaud people like that for sure. And
absolutely,
it makes our job a little bit easier and a whole lot more fun. You got a nice new gadget, and hey, look at what So it's always a new frontier. It sure is. So how are you, Nathan? How are you guys enjoying the SLS?
Man, if half the video that we think we got this past weekend, it's worth the money we put into it. It's
absolutely. I was kind of mad at first at how much he spent on it. I was like, what the hell, And then we used it, and I was like, this is like the best thing ever.
Right.
Can we buy another one?
They are kind of expensive for sure.
But they're definitely, I think they're definitely worth it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Nathan, how is your wireless system working out? Is it a good thing?
The DVR system worked really well. I was quite disappointed when I ordered a wireless system that I still had to connect power to it. I thought wireless would be wireless, but apparently no. I still have to have power. But I'm in the process of trying to figure out some way around that.
Right. Well, I had been told that because I had a wireless system given to me, and I just had to fix the DVR part of it, add a hard drive, basically what was wrong with it. And I was told, hey, these wireless cameras are going to give you false readings on your EMF and stuff like that. And I finally got a chance when we went and your system was set up, and I'm like, I'm gonna test this out. You don't get any type of reading until you're right on top of the camera.
Yeah, you got to be right up on it.
Yeah, I went like in a circle, and you'll probably see me in the video up by the camera. I went out and out and out, and found there's not any. It doesn't charge the room or anything like an EM pump, anything like that. So.
It doesn't emit anything different than like your cell phone would, or just a regular power outlet.
And I found by looking at you guys, that camera, it's not even as strong as a cell phone. I mean, you can take a cell phone and get it 4 feet from a K2 and it'll cause it to go off. But not that camera. So I think we may end up investing in a wireless, and I do have an idea how to make it totally wireless. And once I perfect that, Nathan, if you hadn't figured yours out, I'll see what you think.
All right, that sounds good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much me and Shawn build everything for our group. Unless it's just something that's way out of our technical range, then we'll just buy it. But or something that's just easy. You know what I'm saying? That's just pretty inexpensive. But so we try to come up with new ideas and experiment with things and stuff like that. And I guess that's part of the fun that I have. Coming up with ideas. But now, Frankie,
at one point in time, we had a really good tech guy, and his schooling got up, and his wife got hurt, and he couldn't do it anymore. And so, anybody in the south or the southern part of Alabama, not on the southwest side, not over southeast side where Stan's at, but southwest side, anybody in the Mississippi area, south or northwest Florida, you need to give me a buzz.
We need a tech guy.
A tech guy, awesome.
That's right.
They can contact you on your page, can't they, Nathan?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Here in just a few minutes, I'm gonna let y'all give out all y'all's information as far as your pages and all your contact info, stuff like that, and so everybody can, if they need y'all. But Frankie, do you guys have an SLS camera or equipment like that you use?
No, we don't have anything like those kind of like cameras like that. We do have some cameras that does the shooting. One of the members' thing about was with Black Warrior, the group itself doesn't have equipment. Each individual person has equipment, and it may be a handheld, it may be a DVR system, it can be whatever. And whoever goes on that investigation, they usually bring their equipment. And that's the way that we kind of operate. I like to do a lot of things what me and Nathan would refer to as old school methods.
Old school.
The rapping and the knocking. I had one guy that he used dowsing rods. Just various different things. I had talked with a guy. I don't even know if the man's still alive anymore, and tell you how long ago it's been since I've had talked to him, but that was back during the MySpace days. And he told me that the only thing that they used to use when they started doing this was a compass, a pen, and a notepad, and that was it.
Wow. Still got all three of those items in my
and I've got them in mind, and that's something that that I think is important to keep.
Sure.
You never know when you may need either one of them if something happens to your equipment on an investigation, or just as a general reference. that's just